Hello again, everyone. I'm Nesbitt, you're the People of Skyrim. Okay, we continue the People of Skyrim Complete mod pack testing. Okay, I didn't stream yesterday, folks, because we had some issues, or I had some issues I had to deal with, and I'll get to those in a bit. I'm just thinking, I'm just going to, just bear with me 1 second. I'm just going to share the stream. Nope. What's going on? What was that? OBS reconnection successful. That's the first time I've seen that. Is the stream live? Is the stream still live? Looks like it. For a moment there, folks, I take it you can still hear and see this stream. I just had a message come up that OBS had disconnected. I'll go in game. Okay, it looks like it's still live. The back end of YouTube seems to be working okay, so let's get on with it. Oh, I haven't posted the message. God, give me a... Okay, now it's done. Okay, sorry about that, folks. Okay. Okay, so if you don't know what's going on here and you're joining the stream at this particular stage at the beginning of the video and you're watching it later, basically this is a TPOSC mod pack which has been developed for the People of Skyrim, and it's being run with many other mods, including my own ENB preset called Setting Suns, which will be out at the same time as the mod pack. This is for AE, and one of the reasons I didn't stream yesterday, folks, is because there were some changes with recently from Bethesda that's affected some mod authors' work. For example, the unofficial patch by Arthmore has been updated, and it now includes as standard some of the CC content. So this mod pack I was making was for SSC and AE, but now it will be just for AE. You know, there's not a lot I can do about that, because this mod pack also supports alternate start and other mods that use the unofficial patch. So that's what's gone on, and why I didn't stream yesterday, and that's what's gone on since yesterday. So this mod pack will be for the anniversary edition only, and that's been taken out of my hands simply because of the unofficial patch changing and now incorporating some of the CC content. And again, just before we get into game and testing, I'm just going to post this thing I want to post. Bear with me, folks. I'm just going to post my Patreon link so people can see that and support the People of Skyrim if you wish. I'd appreciate it. This is full time, and I survive with people supporting my art. I'll just pin that message. It says message pinned. Okay, that's good. And again, if you can hear me, the game and myself, please let me know. That'll be good to know. I take it I've got everything set up right. So that being said, in terms of the unofficial patch now and where we're at, I've started a new game because what I've done is I've done some edits since the last stream. I've actually done the inns. Now, if you remember in the last stream, right, we were looking at the inns. I've edited all the inns, so we'll be visiting those, and then we're going to be checking out the Foscar Island to begin with. I've got the main. I'm about to get the main quest underway, so we can also get Worm's Tooth going. So I need to get to High Rothgard to get Worm's Tooth going. But along the way, we're going to do. We're going to visit some inns as well, right? So you can see the interior inns edits that I've done with Lux and Luxfire, because this mod pack supports Lux, Luxfire, Lux Orbis. Okay. And I reckon this mod pack will be out within the next month. We're almost there now. And it's early evening. Oh, sorry, it's near twilight, I suppose. Or dusk, sorry, beg your pardon, dusk. Oh, we should put the frames per second up as well. I forgot about that. And of course my display, so you can see everything. All right. Now this is a high preset. Now I'm running, okay, an EMB preset. I've almost got everything loaded up, so we're going to be running between 50 and 60 frames throughout the game. Okay, there'll be the odd fluctuation here and there, and where I see an odd fluctuation below 50 or 52 around there, I'll take a note of the area, and I'll edit the area and see if I can improve it, should that happen. Okay, but you know, if I turn the EMB off, we get a constant 60 with a standard vanilla and basic lighting playthrough. So so yeah, yesterday while I wasn't around, as I said, was because I had some patchwork to do and I wanted to sort the ins out, but now we're pretty much there. Oh, and another new change as well is that I found out there was a People of Skyrim Complete exterior frames per second patch. I didn't know that there was a patch for the People of Skyrim Complete, so we've loaded that up, and the patch for Lux as well. So hopefully we should see a better performance all round, and my patch that I was making is obsolete. Okay, so yeah, I just want to, again, I just want to check this, because we had a dodgy start. I just want to check that my, okay, seem to be streaming okay, folks, and it does seem like I'm live. Like I say, if I'm not, if you can't hear me or see me, sorry, if you can't hear the game or hear me, let me know. Okay, let's go. Let's get on with it. Okay, so it's getting to night, so we'll go to the Riverwood Inn first, okay? Because and we'll get the quest underway, and then you can see the first of the inns that I've edited. Well, I say the first of the inns. What I'm saying is I've edited all the inns, all the farmhouse inns, bar a couple, and those couple are Old Horodin and Nightgate. Those are the two farmhouse inns that I haven't edited. The city inns aren't edited either, so I'm running some of JK stuff in the cities, okay? For the interiors only. Please take note, you can only run interior mods with TPOSC, as I edit every town, city and village. So let's go on into the inn and we'll sleep through to the day. It's very dark.
Let me know if you want anything.
Okay.
I think I got a clean mug around here somewhere.
What are you staring at?
So this is the first of what I'm saying. Right, Lux provides a patch for TPOSC and for the inns, folks. Okay, but it's a very
money, do I?
relatively simple add-on by Lux. So what I've done is actually enhanced and added to the Lux patch in the TPOSC all-in-one patch for this EMB preset and Lux. Okay, and this is what you're seeing right here.
Ain't much else to tell.
And again, the lighting is adaptable within the EMB preset. You can go up or down. I'm just thinking what I'm going to do. I'm just going to...
Need a room? Talk to Delphine.
Okay, we do. I'm just going to sleep through.
Sure thing. It's yours for a day.
And the edits are TPOSC, of course. And the lighting is with Lux. And the added extra bits of Lux that I've added to the inns for more effect, okay?
Alright then.
And depending where you're standing in the room, right? And this is something I've worked hard on. You're gonna...
Yes?
Hard on. Pardon the pun there. Just some reason came to my mind. Okay, which I've worked, you know, a lot with, is if you go around the room, depending on your location, there may be more or less light. Yeah? Okay? So, and you may notice this. And again, different reflections and stuff like that. So I've tried to make it as dynamic as possible. Okay? And this is just Riverwood, and they all look different. Okay? They've all got a different feel. Okay? Now, what time is it? Oh, it's only 5. We'll just roll through to them all. Well, it's almost light actually thinking about it. We're due to 7. Okay, now what you just heard there is a fight between the Thalmor, one of my travellers, NPC travellers, and the Heimsker follower that's in the inn there. Oh, that's a good point. Did I pick up? I should have. I have. Okay, let's just do some of this then. Got no armour as of yet. Just get ready for the adventure. Okay. And the Setting Sun's E&B preset is all about, you know, it's a fantasy, a dark fantasy, if you like, sort of feel to it. It's a blend between light and shadow, really, and there's a richness to the land. Okay, so you know, I mean, I've tried to make the inns blend with the exterior as well, and that sort of similar sort of feeling. And again, very atmospheric. I'm looking for, but colourful as well. The sort of best of well, all E&B worlds really is what I'm trying to bring together. And again, I'll just say this. I mean, we're going to get the main quest underway because I want to be I want to enable Worm's Tooth and be able to play that later. And I'm using many different mods. I'm predominantly using 2020 by Bufusher. Okay, and I'm using many other. I'm using a lot of Gamwitches mods, some clever Charaffs. I forgot about these bandits. That's because I was thinking about my mods. Nice. Oh, I knew there was some more bandits somewhere. I thought there wasn't even one. He obviously took a while to come down the... Oh, you got me in the eye. Very good. We should have a couple of bandits there too. I mean, if you know my mod, you'll know. I mean, travelling between the Bleak Falls Barrow Ruin and the tower we've just passed is a couple of pathing bandits, extra bandits. Here they are. They're just coming back now. You see them? He's dead. Oh, he moved. He changed his direction. Good stuff. The video doesn't look too bad quality, the stream quality. I am running 1080 by 60. I'm running DynDOLOD Alpha 3, by the way, folks, as well. And that's ultra settings for DynDOLOD. As I said, I told you my textures, the mountain textures is majestic. And like I say, when this mod pack comes out, there'll be a full list for you, okay, and a technical video as well. And the technical video will be for the E&B preset, load order guide, so on and so forth. All right. Bit of a matrix mover. Now the interiors, the dungeons will get darker, and you can make them darker. I mean, I've got quite a, with the EMB preset, it's easy for you to, the Set and Sense preset, it's easy to change and make the interiors darker. But I've got a nice light preset so you can see well in the stream, okay? So you can actually change it quite drastically, okay? So let's just see now. Hello again, Python. Hello. You're back. I've done those ins. I've done those ins that we were talking about the other day. I wasn't on yesterday because I had some fixing up to do. There was some... Look, I'll start again. There's an all-in-one patch for this mod pack that's coming out, and it was for SSC and AAE and Anniversary Edition. But that's changed because yesterday I found out that the unofficial patch by Arthmore has now incorporated CC content. And there's... Cheers, mate. I'm sorry about that yesterday, mate. I had so much go on, it was an absolute nightmare. You know, and because I had the ins to do as well, what I did was yesterday I spent the time sorting those ins out and updating some files on the Nexus and other stuff. So, yeah, it was unavoidable, you know, unfortunately. I mean, for me, these dungeons are too light for me. I like them darker. But I'm going to keep the setting the way it is, okay? So you can see the dungeons really well. But I would go a little bit darker for my preset for the dungeons and the inns. Yeah, I mean it's coming along nicely. So, and some of the dungeons and some of the areas will be darker than some other areas, of course, because of the amount of lighting that's there. But I'll show you some of the ins in a bit, mate. I'm only doing this because I said, if you remember in the last stream, I said I was going to test Foscar, and I am. I also want to test Worm's Tooth again because I need to check that my EMB preset works well with the islands. But to get to Worm's Tooth, I have to enable or get up to High Rothgard. There's some conditions set before Worm's Tooth quest will start. So I need to meet those conditions. So I'm just going to do that, and we'll go from there. I'll pick up some armour on the way as well, and some other bits and bobs. Oh, I know what I want. Just remembered. One is torch. Now I have deployed some cheats, folks, because this is a test. This is an author's test. It's not me just playing as a player, okay? So I do have a high-powered armor. I will have high-powered armor, and I have a ridiculously high-powered bow, and others as well. So you have to forgive me, but you know, I need to test this load order and everything, but I want to do it relatively quickly. You know, I don't want to be taking forever on it. I need to get on with the build. And again, what I want to do is just wait for this to finish. Okay, and what I want to do as well in a minute is test some of the magical lights. Yeah. Well, this is almost done now, thank God. I mean, but it is like that, mate. It is. You're right. It is like that. You know, I've been 3 months on this mod pack, but then what I've done is I'm using mods I wouldn't normally use. You know, I'm making this mod pack obviously for users that have always or never been able to use TPOSC, who don't have the experience to create, you know, a load order like this. So I'm doing this by request really, and you know, because I think you know, it also shows as well for people who doesn't understand the mod or doesn't know how to run it, you know, what you can do with it, because you can do plenty with it. Yeah, it needs supporting patches like any other mod, but to degrees, you know. So, right, let's just take that. Now we're gonna. The only thing that I've changed in Bleak Falls Barrow, right, is a quick fast travel marker, or sorry, portal, sorry. So we can get to point A to B very quickly in terms of this door. But if I just want, because what I do want to do is just check the effect when it's a little bit. Yeah, I'd have that down one again for my liking. It's a bit more like it. Just go back to where it was. Okay. So what we do is once I've got this Dragonstone, I'll go to Riverwood first, so you can see one of that's the first edit to my inn, or one of the first edits to the inns that I've done. Yeah. And we'll look at JK's and the way JK's inns look, because I've got some of his Whiterun inns and other stuff of his in this mod pack that's coming out. And lots of other mods I'm using, and I'm running Luxfire, Lux Orbis, Lux as well, so stay dead. So we got that. Not bothered with any of that. And again, what I've done since the last video as well. Oh, by the way, the last video, I had a nightmare in that stream. The frames were all over the place, and it wasn't until I restarted my computer did everything go back to normal. So not sure whether, you know. Oh, and when I restarted, Windows said, "Oh, let's finish installing your computer." So I think it was something obviously to do with Windows. My connection to YouTube was dodgy at the beginning of that stream, so it was just an off day that the day before. My frames are pretty much back to where they are. So what I did was, as part of these in edits, is I've basically I'm running just about every option in my ENB preset. So, you know, and so far I'm really pleased, because other ENB presets that do this, you know, you can get down to about 45 frames, even 40 frames. Oh, gone the wrong way. Oh, sorry, it's because I'm talking. My presets stay in between 50 and 60, and it's staying at the higher end in most areas, except for one or two locations. And as I pick up on those locations, I'll do some nav mesh work in the patch and see if I can improve things, you know, with some other little touch-ups. But like I say, I'll just take notice of those as we go along. But so yeah, you'll see fluctuations, you know, brief fluctuations between 52 and 60 frames, but it generally stays at the high end. Oh, there was also a stream. Oh Christ, was there? Actually, see, I've just, when was that, Python? Was that yesterday or something, or is that really new? Because I actually turned my updates off, so I'll have to check that out. Oof, God. Beth has said. Okay, so this is looking quite nice. Let's go look at this inn. Oh no, not again. Bloody hell. Alright, I'll have to check that out. I mean, it doesn't really matter now, because you know, this mod pack will be for AE now and not SSE as well. Again, like I say, that choice has been taken away from me, so it will just be a mod pack for the anniversary edition. I mean, the ENB preset can be used, you know, with anything. Well, with the weather mod it's made for. Now, here we go. Okay. All right. Okay, mate. All right.
A dragon! I saw a dragon!
What? What is it now, Mother?
It was as big as the mountain and black as night. It flew right over the barrel.
Yeah, vampire.
Faendal thinks he can move Camilla Valerius away from me. She's already mine, I keep telling him. Truly. You had best tell the Jarl in Whiterun. And I've got better things to do.
So let's get on to the inn and look at the Lux edits and the lighting for the inns, mate, that we're talking about. And all the TPOS inns, farmhouse inns, have been edited.
Got warm food, warm drinks, and warm beds.
Here we
My
go.
father is Alvor, the blacksmith. I'm his assistant. I mean apprentice.
And every one of these are different. Every one of the inns are lighted differently with different shadows and shade and stuff, you know. And I'm using Lux in the inns, of course. Yeah. Like I say, that stream 2 days ago was a blinking nightmare. Like I said, I don't know what had happened, but again, this is very bright, and I've only got it this bright so everybody can see in stream. And I'll just say it again for anyone who's just joined, because again, with this EMB preset as well, you can easily adjust for your preferences, all right? And go right down if you want to. Have it very dark. That's very dark. You know, but I haven't fully finished with these yet. They may, you know, this is all subject to change, by the way, folks, because I still might play around with these settings. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So, as I said, these are TPOSC edits, the People of Skyrim Complete edits for the inns, okay? The only farmhouse inns that aren't edited, and I'll say it again if you're listening, if you're new to my stuff, is Old Horodin and Nightgate. The city inns are free to edit, whether that's Markarth or the Being Bard in Riften or whatever. But I've been using JKs for those. But you can only use JKs, some JKs interiors, and that'll be all. I'm sorry, Vampire. Wait, I'm so mad. That's why I got a new laptop to find. Yeah, I know. It driving me insane. I mean, you know, I had this mod pack that I'm working on was for SSE and AE, and again, just because of what Beth has said done in the last in the last update, it's screwed everything up. So it's just now an AE. The mod pack will be just for AE, folks, but that'll be on Xbox and PC. You'll be able to run all these mods on Xbox and PC, probably only with the newest Xbox, because I'll port the patches over for Xbox as well. It won't be totally the same as PC, of course, because one, you don't have all the mods that I'm using, and of course you don't have an EMB preset either, you know, for Xbox. But you know, a lot of the mods that I'm running with, again, like I said, this is very bright, and there's a part of me that likes it. What I'm missing is, what I've got to add here is the beams. I haven't placed the beams in. I've just realised I haven't placed the beams in here that should be coming down. And then, like here, look, I've missed those. I forgot to add those. So I need to place those beams in just to emphasise the light on the floor. Anyway, let's move on, because I've got a lot to do and a lot to test. But this EMP preset, the setting suns, right, will also be out.
You're new around here, so I'll go easy on you.
With the mod pack. It will all come out at the same time, okay? And like I say, it's quite got lots coming on. Vampire, that's funny. I've got a real Dorset tone. I'm UK, Southern UK, and some people take the piss. They find my voice funny, so that's nice to hear someone who actually likes it. Right, I was thinking. Yeah. It's the beams, Python. Yeah, I like the beams of light, shafts of light, which is all Lux based. You know, you'll see it in Dragon Reach really well when we get up there. Those beams that, you know, I've just realised it as I was streaming there that I hadn't placed some beams in there so you can see where the light source is coming from. Oh, I've been up there. Where am I going? But again, you know, what's that? Hold on, folks. Just take my earpiece out. Just thought I heard the door knock. Maybe not. My imagination. Okay, let's get on with it. What was I saying? Forgot what I was saying now. Never mind, it doesn't really matter. Let's crack on. I do need to find some armour before I start getting into some real heavy adventure. And I'll just say again, if You know, if you're new to my streams, I'm cheating, folks, because this is a mod author's test. This isn't me, you know, just a person playing Skyrim. You know, now here is a bit of a drop in frames.
I'd stay away if I were you.
Brilliant. I love fluffy animals. Yeah. You should have that in your game, Vampire. Falling leaves, and pine needles and aspen leaves, unless you got a patch which disables that. Now you'll notice as well with the E&B preset. I don't know if you're Xbox players or if you are PC players, but a lovely touch that came out is the way the grass moves with the E&B preset. So that's a nice touch that he's done recently. Oh, that reminds me. Let me just. I just want to. I can't remember if I just. Let's load up ultra realistic. Let's load up ultra realistic Stormlight. That's that. What else do I need to do while I think about it? Let's do some checks. I just want to check DynDOLOD is. This is DynDOLOD Alpha 3, folks, by the way. Okay, let's load it up right. And okay, we're good to go. Now this is pretty impressive. I mean, if you're bearing in mind, I'm running 4 and 8K textures, and I'm hitting 50 odd frames per second with a full-on E&B preset. I'm running Lux via here in TPOSC, okay? So I'm running a hell of a lot here. So this is always a very good sign as well, that the frames that are holding, and don't forget all the light sources and the particle patches that I'm running as well. So there's a hell of a lot going on here, and I'm streaming as well. And this is all on a, what is it? What card is it? 3060, sorry. You will see a fluctuation between 60 and 55 as I turn around, and this is what's so different, Python. This is why I was getting upset in my last stream, because I've spent months working hard on this so people can have a good experience, and when I saw what was going on in that last stream, it really pissed me off in terms of the frames. Now this I can accept, the fluctuation here, simply because the amount of light sources. Alright, I'm running Matthys 3D trees, I'm running an E&B preset as well, and all the rest of it. This I can live with. If you think about Ruddy's E&B preset, when I think about that, and the frames that I lose running that or some other E&B presets, I think this is quite a good performance that I'm getting, considering it's in stream as well. Okay, let's... Yeah. And the smoke, yeah, from the fires and that, yeah. That one hasn't, this one hasn't got one, I don't think. I think I took this one away. But again, it's all the. I'll show you what I mean as well with the particles, because I'm running some high quality particle patches, and I'll show you what I mean in a sec. If you don't know, with the CMB, no, I don't. Vampire, I don't. That's one thing I don't do. Something I'll have to do down the future, or get someone to do it for me when I do my questing versions that will come out in about a year or maybe 2 years, around about that time. If I just show you here, mate, the particles. Let me just turn that off. What am I doing? Oh, wrong menu. If I just turn off the complex particle, which one is it? There it is. There's the firelights. If I turn those off, I mean, it makes a huge difference to the look, and they use a bit of juice as well. So like I say, as I say, I'm running a high end. Here we go now. This is why my E&B preset's called Setting Suns, because of the sunrise and the sunset. In the meantime, sorry, I've got to finish answering this question. I've been using Blender. Yeah, I've mucked around with it. I've used, I use Blender in my ins. I used some tapestry assets. And so I had to use Blender or another, I can't remember, another tool, I think it was Blender, to change over the textures with the meshes. So I was using the tapestries that I wanted to use, Vampire. So I've done a little bit, but I'm actually made from scratch anything of my own. I've mucked around and dabbled with textures and meshes, but you know, I'm not very artful in that field. And most of mine's been nav mesh and building and stuff like that, in building mods. So we get some frames drops here, but again, I was noticing as I came along here, the drops were more than I saw locally. And bear in mind, of course, my graphics card's dealing with the stream as well. So again, I'm not having a head fit over that because it's brief, and because locally the frames, you know, wasn't being tested as much. It was about 56 to 60. In fact, I was running at 61.1. I've even got a screenshot for it. So yeah, mine too. But I'm not, because I'm a vampire, but I get it where you'd be yours. Oh, sorry. I gotta have a drink. Hold on. So what am I doing? Oh yeah, I can show you some of the JK's ins now, and some of the lighting for his. Okay.
Hold.
Oh.
City's closed with the dragons about. Official business only. Welcome to White Run. Round. Go right on in.
You're so beautiful. For a brief moment, and then I get back to work. Yeah. You know, I mean, I must admit, I would say most of the time over these years that there's not been many satisfying moments until you achieve and complete something. I'm sure you all understand that. You struggle towards a goal, and then as you finally get there, you know, and I think it was only 3 days ago with this EMB preset and mod pack, after about 3 or 4 months, I felt like I was achieving something and getting there slowly. And I guess I felt a little sense of pride. Yeah, I did. Let's do, because this is what I love. You watch this, folks. You know, people always complain because they say you can't use much.
Sure you'll find what you're looking for.
This is JK's, obviously, and Lux, all right? And of course my EMB preset. And again, it's very bright for me.
Do you get to the cloud district very often?
But I would amend my
what am I saying?
EMB settings. But and that's really what actually, I suppose vampire, I suppose really in some ways people, or like yourself, if I've got you right, you know, would like this sort of preset, because what it's supposed to be is a high fantasy feeling preset with a lot of colour, but hopefully not oversaturated, but with a deep richness to it as well. You know, I'm trying to achieve a lot, and whether I get there, I suppose other people will be the judge of that. But all the ins and all the interiors are very different, and that's what I wanted. I want them to have, well, on a theme, but different, you know. This is a little bit brighter, I think, and a little less contrast in here. You know, well, if we go into, let's go into the other inn, and wait till you see JK's Dragon Reach. Again, it's different again, and that's, you know, what I wanted for this mod pack. A good variety, you know. And again, you know, this is too light for me, way too light for me. You know, I prefer it a bit more like this. And again, this isn't quite finished yet, folks, all right? I only edited these ins yesterday, and a few of the interiors that needed doing. And I'm still working on it, so it will be subject to change, just so you know. Let's... Oh, I just got to the top, actually, because I've got JK's in loaded up here, okay?
He's quite the songbird. Maybe he's the reason you're here all the time.
But again, TPOSC as well also allows for different players, okay? And I'll just wait till I get outside. This is really bright in here for me, folks. Too bright.
You know you're the only stone-biting, knuckle-dragging
Definitely would lower the settings for me. I'll just say something about...
I ain't done nothing.
Sadia, dear?
Yeah.
This is a local favorite, and
Okay. I mean, you know, being that I'm a mod author and I've done my own stuff, you know, I like JK's work. And years ago I patched for his and my work, but over the years my work developed, and it became more complicated to patch for people's work, his work. But
Hello, child of Kinara.
when he did just the interiors, then I could start adding the interiors for myself, because I like this work anyway. And then people, you know, will always want to go on. They want to run his exteriors with mine. That's a no-no. You can't run any of JK's exteriors unless it's patch 4 TPOSC and JK's, all right? Unless you have a patch for those two mods. His interiors you can run, but in Whiterun itself, folks, just so you know, I've got an all-in-one patch that sits at the bottom of the load order that anchors all these mods together. And in Whiterun, there are edits. JK's and TPOSC's patch 4, because when I went into Dragon Reach and outside and out of Dragon's Reach, I'd get a CDT. So the all-in-one TPOSC patch for this mod pack, you know, will obviously be released with the mod pack, and it's the glue that binds this mod pack together. Okay, it's got all the patchwork for JK's mods that I've loaded up, and many other mods as well. You know, if we go to Dawnstar, and here's JK's. Now again, this is very bright, and for me, I'm not going to change the settings again. It would be darker, a little bit darker, and all these lovely effects, you know, are really, really noticeable. In fact, stuff it. I'll just show you, because I just can't. It's just, I'm just keeping it bright so people that watch these streams can, you know, see. You see the difference. You see.
Who's this
What's
then?
the meaning of this interruption? Jarl Balgruth is not... Well, that explains why the guards let you...
And that was just one setting.
Come on, then.
So there might be some changes yet, folks, with this EMB preset, just so I can give more range. But the thing about this EMB preset, which I think again may be serious people who got like goth, you know, into goth and stuff like that, you will be able to mix up the intensity. I mean, it depends. You know, there's many different types of players. Oh, and I was saying there's a vampire home for in TPOSC. There's about 13, 14 different homes, and one of them is for a vampire, and that's called Ambrosia Hall. And if you're really into your vampires, and if you're really in, you'll appreciate Ambrosia, the name Ambrosia Hall, because that has some historical content for people that are into, I think, Twilight and stuff like that. Some light sources went out there. I'm not quite sure what that was, because I was talking. I have to look back on that.
Except in the Jarl.
5.
Don't you forget.
I think. Okay. Did I just need to? Let's just apply changes so I go back to where I was. And one of the things you'll notice. Yeah. They are Python. They are. Okay. What am I doing? Adder, yeah. Oh, what am I doing? Oh, I'm talking the Jarl, and I forgot where I got to. I've got lots going on in my head at the moment. Okay.
So, you were at Helgen. By Ismir, Irileth was right.
Keep your distance.
They say Helgen got hit by a dragon. One of those horrors.
And I'm just going to move away where they're talking, because one of the things I'm going to say is, folks, what you should notice as well, one of the things I've been trying to do, and Python will know this from Iverstead, is when we got big fire pits like this, I want the background to be dark. I want the background to be cut dark. We were talking about Iverstead the other day, and you know how the lighting was how the lighting was affecting the room, and this is something that I come across by accident when creating the CMB preset. And I don't actually recall if some of the mod does this, then tell me, but I don't recall any other EMB preset doing this, that when you look at the fire, the rest of the room around you becomes dark, all right, or darker, like it does. Like if you look at a campfire at night and you're out, yeah, and everything around you becomes, less lit up because you've got this intensity of light in front of you. And I've been trying to reproduce this with these big fire pits, and I've managed it for Whiterun. I've got it for Iverstead, okay, and then when you move away, everything changes and lights up. Yeah, as in my experience, it's very immersive. If you think otherwise, feel free to tell me. So that's another thing I've been working on as well, along with the shadows and other aspects. Yeah. So So that, and I came, and again, I'm not going to make out I'm some EMB expert. I'm not, and this is my first EMB adventure, and one of the reasons I started it was this effect, because I crossed over 2 EMBs, and I got this by accident, and I thought, oh fuck this, I'll do this for me mod pack, Yeah. So, and I've now extended it. So, with the help of Lux and of course this EMB preset Setting Suns. So, let's get on with the rest of the quest in that, because I'm yopping a lot and I need to get on with stuff.
Well, here, take this as a small token of my esteem.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, and I like the enhanced lights and effects as well. It reminds me a little bit of that as well.
Come, let's go find Farengar.
Okay.
My court wizard. He's been looking into a matter related to these dragons and rumors of dragons.
Hey Rory, nice to see you.
Farengar, I think I found someone who can help you with your dragon project. Go ahead and fill him in with all the details.
So the Jarl thinks you can be of use to me. Oh yes, he must be referring to my research into the dragons. Yes, I could... Well, when I say fetch, I really mean delve into a dangerous ruin in search of an ancient stone tablet that may or may not actually be there. You see, when one sure mark of... But I began to search for information. Go to Bleak Falls
Get this
Barrow,
quest
find
advanced.
this tablet.
There we go.
Ah, the Dragon Stone of Bleak Falls Barrow. You all... That is where you...
Okay.
Farengar.
Rory, hey, I'm new to... To be honest, the 3D modelling is not something I've done myself. Mesh work and all the rest of it, but there are some open source software out there. Just trying to think off the top of my head. There's a Unreal Engine.
If a dragon decides to attack Whiterun, I don't know if we can stop it. Let's go.
Yeah, but you know, just do a engine search, Rory. You'll find plenty of stuff. Plenty of programs out there.
Tell him what you told me about the dragon.
Oh, that's right. We saw it coming from the south. It was fast. Faster than anything I've ever seen.
What did it do? Is it attacking the watchtower?
No, my lord. It was just circling overhead when I left. I never ran so fast in my life. I thought it would come after me, for sure.
Good work, son. We'll take it from here. Head down to the barracks for some food and rest. You've earned it. Irleth, you'd better gather some guardsmen and get down there.
I've already ordered my men to muster near the main gate.
Good. Don't fail me. There's no time to stand on ceremony, my friend. I want you to go. You survived, but I haven't. As a token, and please, accept this gift from my personal armory.
I should come along. I would very much like to see this dragon.
No,
Okay.
I can't afford to risk both of you. I need you here working on ways to defend the city against these dragons.
As you command.
Nice bit of shadow there from the NPCs. Some nice shadow on the floor. So I mean, considering this is a 12-year-old game, I mean, it's not too shabby, is it? You know? Yeah, they are. Yeah.
I've seen you helping the Jarl. If only all the gods
I mean,
of Dragon's Reach say you've aided the Jarl on behalf of Whiterun.
This is where you know, the Skyrim modern community is second to none, really. I mean, because we got a 12-year-old game, and you know, I think even though people would still be playing it, maybe, you know, after 12 years, if there wasn't no modern assets there, or remade assets and meshes and textures, weathers and EMB presets and lighting and so on, you know, you know, I think still people would still be playing Skyrim, but they wouldn't be playing like they are today. I think it would have died off long ago, you know. Let's just go through the date. I'll just say Gamwich's star clusters, and obviously there's a an added effect with the EMB preset, the animated stars there, okay? There's a small depth of field at the moment. I'm going to increase the depth of field for people that like to take screenshots and stuff like that. So yeah, I thought you'd appreciate that. I had a feeling you might like that, Vampire. So yeah, there's still some work to do on this EMB preset, but let's move through to the morning because I want to be able to see what I'm doing when I'm fighting this dragon. And we're stopped around early morning, then you get to see a nice effect with a bit of luck. Let's start there.
Want to hear a little Lord wisdom?
Here we go.
Really know a woman.
Early morning for you.
What I do know is that it's made the mistake of attacking Whiterun.
But Houseguard,
Let's save just in case, folks.
the dragon.
That's a fair question. None of us have ever seen it.
If you need potion.
What else do I have to say in terms of this mod pack, what's been going on? I think I've covered a lot at the beginning of the stream. I think I'll just focus on gameplay for now. And just advance this quest, move on to a few more inns as well. We'll look at Iverstead again, folks, as well. Because we've got to go up to High Hrothgar anyway. I'll just hammer on a bit here. And we'll look at a few other inns as well that I've edited for TPOSC. Oh god, my bloody chat box is scrolling up and down. On this second screen of mine, it's really annoying. Sometimes when I scroll in third or first person, the chat box goes up and down and I lose what people are saying. Okay, right. Now, if you're wondering what's going on here, right, this is a personal preference of mine. I don't like too much grass. One, it eats up a lot of resources. And two, what's the other reason? Well, again, I like looking at good ground textures. That's another one. And you'll also notice with TPOSC, there are pieces of missing road here and there, and then again, they've just been taken out for immersive effect. What else do I need to say as well? You will find the tundra is a bit heavy in stream, okay? Because I'm running Matthew's 3D trees. His mesh assets are quite heavy. Generally, I mean. Let me rephrase this. Matthew's 3D trees without an EMB are no problem at all. I've just turned the EMB off, all right? But so I've just got a normal lighting mod now just to show you. So the frames are totally stable. But Matthew's 3D trees and EMB and all these other ground textures are really heavy to run. Okay, and you see the difference. There's a slight blue hue to my EMB mask lens that I'm running, which I did myself, which gives the clouds and the mountains a nice feeling to it. So yeah, so just if you notice, if you're just running TPOSC and a base vanilla Skyrim without an EMB, you're not going to have any problems with your frames per second. Okay. But if you're running a big EMB preset, you're running a lot of high textures, then you're going to lose some frames per second, and that's just the way it is. Even more so when you're streaming. Okay. Now I do have to add some animation mods to my mod pack as well, but I'm waiting for some script updates by Power of 3 and a few other. Yeah, it is. You know, that's why, you know, I mean, I find it hard to play. Even Cathedral Weathers is a nice lighting mod, but it's even better. No, it's even better with an EMB, you know. And it's not the same, you know. Once you apply an EMB and all the filters in one thing or another, it's completely different. Now my arrow will probably take him out in one shot, so I'll just let him fly around a bit. Let's just play around for a bit, just for a second. I'll kill him in a sec. How long I've been in? Not quite an hour, okay. Where is he? He's born of that, made of that. Just so we can get the effect of the fighting, look. Just so you can see, you know. There is a tinge to it, the smoke, yeah. There is a tinge. That's the EMB lens that I've coloured up myself for this preset. Again, a bit more fantasy-like, I guess. Don't know if everybody likes them. Not everyone's going to like that, but I do. what am I doing? I just want to go to my phone. Right, time to die, dragon. No. I doubt that. You know, the look you got to. I mean, the look of this game comes down to the E&B folks, but people who developed the E&B. What's his name, Victor? You know, the guys and girls that made the textures. I've made new units for Skyrim. Lots. You know, you open up your Skyrim map, and you have lots and lots of new locations to go to. And the only reason all these are actually enabled and you can see them is so if people are setting up a load order and they wonder, you know, what TPOSC adds, they have some idea of what TPOSC does add. Yeah. Gotta try. Yeah.
I can't believe it.
That's a good mod.
Dragonborn.
Yeah.
In the very old, that's what you did, isn't it? Absorb the dragon. There's only one way, according to the old legends.
See, it looks very purple here, actually, thinking about it. Let's because what you can do is, if you do end up using this EMB preset as well, I'll just say this right. It's very easy. It's very easy to reduce the lens. Okay, if you don't like the purple in the lens, all you've got to do is reduce this value. There's no values for any other time of the day. All right, just reduce here. Let's just drop that down a fraction. Just a fraction. It's still quite purple, the smoke. But like I say, I don't mind that at all. Oh, let's just shout a minute. Okay.
Do you believe in this Dragonborn business?
Yeah, the ruins here, some are Lux. Actually, the ruins there are Lux Fire, sorry, with the lighting. But TPOSC adds lots of trees. Oh, damn it. Gonna free cam now. This will tell us a lot as well. I don't know if we'll see them from here, but I am running alpha, DynDOLOD alpha 3, with high settings. Now we're not going to see the ruins from here, I don't think. Oh yes, we are. Just a little bit in the background there. I can just see them, and even the border hode there. If you look at where the crosshair is, there's a border hode there, and there's lots and lots of ruins around here. Okay. Back to the Yarrow, I suppose. I just like the light effects in the trees there. Like that. That's nice. Oh, I see. Ah, right, thanks. Okay, misread. And again, if you do ever use TPOSC, or if anyone else does, and you hear them say, "Oh, there's, you know, there's road missing," no, there's not. You know, this is a design choice, okay? Nobody is ever going to like all that TPOSC does. They don't. I do too much, and some people like some elements, they don't like others. But here, I mean, this is you know, 2020's textures, and very nice. You know, the muddy road, and you've got that with missing pieces of road. Oh, down to 47 there. That was quite heavy. Again, I'll put that down the stream because I've already talked about this area. And there's pieces of, you know, the whole piece of the road has been taken away, and I've just added some small pieces in, down to erosion, that sort of thing, you know. So a lot of people don't like it. A lot of people do. I mean, you can't have everything you want, you know. Nobody's going to like everything that I do. That's just the way it is, you know. Anyway, back to. Let's fast travel now and get on with this. And then we're going to go to Iverstep. We can see the inn there. Yeah. Yeah. All the People of Skyrim series is mine, mate. Vampire Python. Along with all the little add-on mods that I do and other stuff, yeah. And I've recently done this. What am I doing? I'm going to this guy.
Come to Dragon's Reach to discuss the ongoing hostilities.
What am I doing? Oh, it's the wrong person. Oh.
You know, if you've got the...
You're finally here. The Jarl's been waiting for you.
So what happened at the watchtower? Was the dragon there? Dragonborn. What do you know? Not just the men. The Greybeards seem to think the same thing. Masters of the way of the void.
Just
the
dragons on quickly.
If you really are, you heard the summons. You've done a. By my right, I assign you Lydia as
Good
a
stuff.
personal house.
I'll post it next time. So people, that's a good point actually. I should
the Greybeards.
just get away from that chat. I should post it actually when I play these. I should post it in the chat box. Actually, thinking about it.
The Jarl has appointed me to be your house, Carl.
Oh, actually,
It's
we
an
will
honor
have
to
a
serve
following because it's always good to have
Honor
a
to
follower. You
Lead
can,
the way.
you know, they're good in terms of testing nav mission path and all the rest of it. Yeah, I mean, yeah, TPOSC was the first mod, the People of Skyrim Complete, and then TPOS2 and TPOSAE. So TPOS2 is for SE and TPOSAE is for obviously Anniversary Edition. And they just came about because people wanted reduced TPOS series, so they could run JK's, you know, things like that, JK's mods and stuff like that. So I did reduced TPOS versions, and then what I did was I made add-on modules. So for those that wanted the TPOS add-on modules, they could add those to the towns and cities if they wanted. So yeah. So it's been a long journey. I've got a questing version of TPOSC coming out in a couple of years, and then TPOS3, which is basically TPOS3. If people don't know, it'll be TPOS2 and TPOSC all merged together with a full-blown quest that will see the Imperials and Thalmor come full circle, and the Dwemer coming back to Skyrim. There'll be a massive island quest, and it's a massive project. And until Test 6 comes out, that's what I'll be doing. So, you know, on that note, if people want to support the People of Skyrim, feel free. You can go to my Patreon page, or, you know, you can support my work any way you want, whether that's with donations to support the art, or just with likes, or, you know, spreading the word your way, you know, but I'd appreciate it. Where are we going? We are going to, I think actually I'll show you some of the border hodes actually, folks, because going around the back end here, we've got the Rift border hode, so I add loads of border hodes to Skyrim as well. We'll go via, we got to Helgen, so we'll go via the back end of Helgen, okay? So we'll fast travel to Helgen, go around the back end. Yeah, what, you know, followers are really good. You know, you got to follow. Oh, she looks nice there, actually. Looks really good. Again, the light's changed. Like it. I still haven't got any armor. Yeah, I mean, one of the biggest things I do when I test anything, any of my work, is I take an NPC with me. You know, a follower. I mean, if I don't run too fast, she'll keep up, because I'm able to sprint constantly. You know, but if I run at a normal pace, she can keep up. Okay, now we're in, well, 60 plus minutes, so. I'll do a bit longer, folks, and then I'll get to Iverstead, okay? And then I'm going to be having some, well, about 12:30 I'll finish off, GMT that is. So about half hour I'll do, and then I'm going to have some lunch and I'll sign off for the day. But I will be back tomorrow, because touch wood, things are going well. Shouldn't tempt fate, but... Oh, sorry. No, I'll be back Sunday. Sorry. Yeah, sorry. Sunday. Saturday's tomorrow. It's Saturday. I'm with family. I'll be back on Sunday. Sorry. When my woman's out with our son and she's at family. So Sunday I'll be back if you're interested in joining me. This is one of the TPOSC border hosts. This is for Folkreath. And then we move down to the Rift. Okay. Oh yeah. 6 a.m. Wow. Blinking hell. Is that America? Yeah. America or maybe Canada, something like that. Vampire. Take it that's sort of that way maybe. So oh my god, right. Well, there you go. Blinking out. I was actually up about 6 o'clock this morning. Actually, I was up early for me. Normally I work. Well, I did work late last night, relatively late, but I was still up quite early. I was pumped for this. This is always a good indicator as well.
Pilgrimage to the shrine of
the vanilla spawns as well. You know, when they're not standing around, when they're pathing in the right direction, they should be going, stuff like that. And I know them like the back of my hand. Sorry, going back. Yeah, Alaska. Oh right, yeah. Oh, of course, you did say, sorry, you did previously say, yeah, sorry. Yeah, all right, okay. Now, here we go. Let's deal with these. This is where, again, you know, I won't be surprised to see some frames drop. God, I can't hit anything at the moment. What is going on? Nice. Yeah, mine too. You know, all those sort of Norwegian sort of areas like that, Alaska, Canada, even, you know, those sorts of areas. Switzerland as well, Norway, all those mountains and everything. Yeah. What's that? I just felt a pull there. Let me just stay concentrated. Now here's some nice leaf effects for you, Vampire. If you know, you get some nice aspen leaves, but I've got W-ski. Oh, we've just walked through the trigger. I'll see if you get plenty more of them in a minute. But I'm using Winking. Oh, sorry, not Winking. W-Skeever's aspen falling leaves effect for Skyrim. So they're a little bit more subtle. And a little bit more smaller, but they're still very nice. They do use up a bit of juice though, because they're high quality. Yeah, they do look nice, don't they? Now here's the TPOSC border, another TPOSC border if you don't know. And again, it's all nav meshed out, so all NPCs, including animals, should not be running into objects. They should be running around them or through the, you know, gates or whatever. Yeah, New Zealand's lovely as well.
The Greybeards have summoned the Dragonborn to High Rothgar. Such a thing has not happened for...
What time of day is it? Oh, we're getting into the evening. That's quite good then. All right. Again, all these leaves and all these lovely trees and the real blended roads. The frames are taking a bit of a hit there, but... And I guess as well, that's a nice thing about Skyrim. You get so many different environments, you know. I'm going to move on. Now, what I'm interested in here is I've picked up my pace here because I want to smash into Iverstead, and I want to see how such a heavy cell loads under pressure while I'm in stream, alright? So I've picked up my pace for a reason, because it's forcing the card to work really hard. That's good. Alright, I've just seen what I wanted to see. I wanted to see how the mound loaded up in the background. Okay, and how the card dealt with all this. This is Riverside Goods, TPOSC assets. Again, I edit all exteriors, folks, okay? Yeah. So far, mate, I'm pretty happy with what I'm seeing. You know.
Yes.
I'm pretty close. You know, all I've got to do is I've got to do a lot more testing. Just because, you know, I want to make sure it's all, you know, I haven't missed anything. I want to test the Worm's Tooth Island and everything. And we'll be able to do that in a minute in Foscar as well. Here we go. Actually, I'm just going to save because This is not a good thing to do in stream. This puts a lot of pressure on the graphics card at any time. Free camming, you know, okay. But I just want to see what we got in terms of how things look LODs wise. Ooh, I say, you wait, folks. This is what I wanted to check out. Glad I saved. I'll come back to this. Some nice screenshots here. Obviously you're going to get that, the missing parts of the landscape. The graphics card can only load up so much, so. But that is rather tasty. Now the horizon is what I'm interested in here. Yeah. I just want to see how the horizon looks, how it's blended, you know, with the landscape and everything. A little bit of work required on that. It's a bit white there. I don't know. We'll see. I mean, you know, in a lot of EMBs, it's a lot worse than that. You get this horrible, like, square triangle on the horizons. But I've managed to make Setting Suns quite good so far, or turn out. Sorry, I'm waffling. Turn out, the horizons turned out quite well, considering the limitations of an EMB preset. If any of you know, look at that. That looks nice as well with the cows there. There's another nice thumb. I did save, so I'll come back this way, and it was whitish. Yeah. You picked up on what I was saying. Yeah. I need to do a little bit of an edit on the values, I think, there, Python. But otherwise, it's not too shabby. I mean, I don't know how good I better get it, because it is a known issue within the EMB and the limitation of the Skyrim engine and everything, and with weather mods, and I've got it quite good. How much more, or how better I can do, I don't know. So we'll wait and see. It's starting to get dark now. Now I just saw the cell load very. You know, you'll see in a sec there as you look now. Let's have a look. What does it do? Oh, in stream it doesn't show it, so maybe it's just again. Okay, all right. Let's just go and have a look at this watermill a minute, folks, because I'm curious with the lighting we've got, what we're going to get. There's still some things I want to investigate, obviously, and check out.
Oh, Raiden. You live among the clouds now, dear Raiden.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I've always got my eye open for things that don't quite look right, or need. I think I need to do some work on my particles for water. Right, here's the Villa Miriam. Okay. Now it's not as dark as it was the other day, right? But we still get that effect. It's not quite as strong at the moment because I've got lighter in settings, folks. But if I turn the in settings down so it's a bit darker, there you go. There you go. It is darker in the background there. So like we had it in Whiterun, yeah? Okay, so now let's come the other way.
Is it absolutely necessary for you?
And we should have more lighting effects here, EMB effects. You can see the shadow of the NPC there that she moved. The fireplace, the powerful lighting on the woodwork there, and the banner shields.
See that you don't. I
We've
promise
got.
to keep you safe, and I'm not going to break my word.
Okay. I could do some work. The floor's nice here. A little bit of light coming through the windows there. They're actually coming from there. I think that light is from.
Would you care to hear me play my lute?
Again, I need some beams. That's what I need. I think I need a few beams coming in through the windows. Check out the wood from the fireplace. Oh, yeah, that's XD Embers.
Klimek is doing just fine.
Yeah. This is XD Embers, all right?
Perhaps one day, but not today.
Very nice mod. Takes a lot of juice. When I come down, look, to the fireplace, the frames are at 50, right? 60, sorry. If I come down now, and this is why this is only one inn that's got it, because it's a relatively small inn, and the lighting in this inn is quite simple compared to others. But this is a known issue. I've got XD embers, right? Particles running up very high. So I've made this a choice. This is a choice for my setup. You can use optimized settings with XD embers, all right? But watch this. When I come down to it, see how you go to about 50? Because it's such a big effect. It's such a big mod, but it's lovely. Look at the amount of frames it takes to look at it directly, you know? Okay, and that's on a 360 graphics. And it's the only in actually that it does it. Didn't do it in Whiterun, but then if you look at the log pile, it's very different from the log pile. This is a high detailed log pile is what I'm saying, all right? And it's got some big embers there and big particles. Some mist in the inn, you mean? Yeah. Yeah, good idea. Yeah, good idea. Bloody good idea. Yeah. Yep, vampire, I agree, yeah. I did have particles in here, but I took them out because they looked a bit gaudy. But what I think I need to do is it's because of my settings on my particles. I think, like I said, I've still got work to do, folks. This is why I said about a month, because there's still something like here.
Pardon me, my lord.
I think I've got some. Still got some work to do. Yeah, the frames. Yeah, it does. Oh, shut up! God's sake, damn bears going in my ear. So you can see what I'm sort of aiming for, folks. Yeah, it's a lot going on here, but hopefully, like I said, I think a bit of mist would be nice. And also as well, what you're not picking up on is the cobwebs. I need some EMB particles for all the cobwebs. If I go dark, you'll pick up on all the cobwebs, right, that are in the inns. You haven't. Let's just have a look, see if they are noticeable. If I drop down with what I've got at the moment. Let's go real dark a minute, folks. That's just. You can see what I need now, folks, right, is because there's actually quite a lot of cobwebs, and for some reason, or did I take them away? I can't remember. I don't think I did. If I just bear with, folks. Do you see them there? In this, yeah, I need a bit more smoke. I think you're right. And yeah, but there's lots and lots of cobwebs in the inns, and they're not really showing up.
Let me know.
But I'd like them to show up a bit more. And yeah, I think some smoke in here would be a good thing as well. It's missing a bit of smoke. You're right.
Absolutely necessary for you to bother me right
Okay,
now?
let's go back to the original settings then, so you can see better. I'm just thinking what. Yeah, I probably took them. See, there's a little bit of smoke there. Can you see? There's a little bit of smoke with the flames, which comes with the XD mod. But yeah, I can easily put in some more smoke. Anyway, I'm waffling. Let's get on up to High Rothgard. So, Python, you can see that we've pretty much got what we wanted. Sorry, and what we were talking about from the other day. I'll just leave the night as it is. Again, I'm going to work on the depth of field, all right? Oh, looks like we're going to have... And I might add a bit of contrast as well. Yeah. Might help, yeah. Right, so. I've got a torch. I want to see how the torch now works with the night and with the CMB preset. It's a test of me. Oh, damn it. Okay. Get into some darker areas.
Gods, it's true, isn't it? A dragon has attacked White.
Okay, so it offers a little bit of light. That's okay. That's okay. I can increase that a little bit if need be, but it's lighting up. Yeah, it's giving me It's giving me enough light for my taste. We're going to take a fast travel to the top of High Rothgard, folks. Right. This is another TPOSC cheat for people that play Skyrim a lot and just. I think the particles on this, or the lighting on this torch could be increased. So I think I'll increase the lighting on the torches there. I just want to look at a spell now. What am I doing? Nope. Yeah, that's fine. Let's just go first person. You can make a follower mod quite easily. Sorry, a bit dark in the open area. Yeah. As I said, you're on about the torch, mate. Python, yeah. Yeah. It does need some improvement. The trouble is, we've got quite a light night here for this candlelight effect. Yep, when you install Vampire, when you install XD Embers, right, you can choose your makeup and you can increase red, decrease the red elements or the orange elements of the fireplace, or and the torches and everything as well. Oh, damn it, forgot about this. TPOSC dragon spawn, folks. Let's just see his fire. Ooh. Oh, I missed him. Damn. Nah, I missed him again. Where's he to? That's them gone. Absorb his soul. Okay, now once we've got into High Rothgard, I can start the Foscar, not the Foscar, sorry, the Worm's Tooth quest as well. Cheers, son. I've been doing it for 10 years. Yeah. Again, I think there's some lighting work needed there. I mean, again, I didn't mind those dragons, you know. I like the fact, you know, if we played them through the day, you know, I mean, so far from my perspective, you know, even at the night, I don't mind this. You'll get the normal dark nights as well. You get a variation on the nights, folks. Like when you get the Aurora, that's very different as well. And then you get your normal dark nights as well. So, like I say, I'm going to play through and see what I get. And just tweak as I go along with the EMB preset. We are going to be going to High Rothgard. Bear with me a sec, man. Just see if we get some changes in a sec. Maybe increase. Oh, there we go, bloody cloudy. Ah, stop there, because it's going to be a nice effect. I think this is going to be quite nice. Okay. So, you know, the lights here coming up to High Rothgard look nice, I think. They give off a, you know, nice bit of light as well. This is JK's High Rothgard, by the way, folks. And Clever Charaff's textures for High Rothgard. Yeah, hold on a sec. Let's see if we can just take advantage. Okay, it's going to be snowy and blowy. Just hoping, I was hoping it was going to change, because I've got some stunning shots around here. I think I'll just play around a minute. Wait a minute, folks, because it'll get a lot better than this. Let's stop there. Right, we've lost the early morning sun, unfortunately. Yeah, I love Underworld, actually. Good film. Well, the whole series, I liked it. Pissed me off at the end a bit, but the beginning, the first two I really liked. The horizon there, take notice on the horizon. It's nicely blended. It's not too bad. Again, that's important, folks. You know, so... Okay, let's go through again then. I'm just going to scroll back a bit and get the effect of the mountain there. Let's go through a couple more hours and see what we get. No, it's not going to be that dramatic, I don't think. Not as like it can be. Yeah, it's not going to give me a dramatic... Okay, let's go through. Let's just go through again, shall we? Just see what happens. Just from. Oh, God! I missed it by an hour, I think. Oh, dear me. Yeah. Well, I think it's the area we're in as well, and you know, here is very different. Don't forget, we had the sunset, and the sun was right on the low horizon, and that's why Python, I think. Here we haven't got the sun on the low horizon, so. Again, I'm just going to go through now one more time then. Oh. I was hoping I was going to get some real... Because I'll tell you, some of the sunsets I've got here, folks, some of the effects I've got here have been fantastic. But anyway, let's get on into High Hrothgar. I mean, again, you know, you'll see as these streams progress, lots of different variations on everything. This is High Hrothgar then. Oh, the lighting's intense here. Up there it is anyway, and I'll tell you what, that is where I'm going to leave it. That is where I'm going to leave it, folks, because it's lunchtime here. I'm tired, my voice is sore, and we'll carry on tomorrow, and we'll get on with the Foscar quest tomorrow, okay, and the Worm's Tooth quest, and we'll test out more inns, more environments and stuff like that. Thank you for sharing your time with me and the questions, your opinions, your thoughts and everything, because there's some things that I'll add there, like the smoke in the inns and stuff like that. We'll add some elements like that, some more beams, lighting beams. I'll do that as well. Yeah, I gotta go. I'm knackered. I'm knackered vampire. I need a drink. I need to visit the bathroom as well. So let's just see I haven't missed anything talking wise. Sunday. I'll be back on Sunday, folks, all being well. If I don't turn up on Sunday, it's because something's stopped me from coming. But Sunday will be the next port of call, and then into all next week as well. All right. Generally around 11:30 GTM. And you, like I say, I mean, yeah, I will do. You all have a great weekend, all right? And like I say, I appreciate the input. I appreciate the time that you share with me. And if you like what I do, spread the word, all right? Okay, I'm Nesbit. You're the People of Skyrim. Good gaming, folks. Have a great weekend. Stay safe. Oh, wrong button. Let's get on out of here. Desktop, yes. Hey, Strictly. No. Oh, am I still streaming? I am still streaming. Hi, Strictly. I'll catch up with you in the next stream on Sunday, mate, if you're about, all right? I started a little bit earlier today. But anyway, you all take care. I'll catch you in the next stream, all right? Thanks for joining me. Ta-ta.